Hello, Cutco World. This is Seth Kinzer, Central Region CSP, coming to you live to teach you how to sell Cutco's best kept secret, the Cutco kitchen flatware. So, first thing I want to do is give you guys some preliminary specs and basically details on the flatware, kind of educate you on what it is and what sets it apart and what makes it so great. Secondly, I'm going to kind of role play my flatware approach that's helped me sell 5 flatware chests in the last 5 days. So if you want to start selling more flatware, it's definitely one of our best kept secrets, but it's also one of the biggest areas of opportunity. How many of you guys have done a demo so far for a Cutco owner and they've been like, oh yeah, I have all the knives I need. I have the full set. Whether that's completely true or not, most of the time I find that they usually have a galley set when they say that. But either way, this is a great $1,000 plus package you can pivot to. That's both practical and pretty. So let's dive right in. So the first thing you need to know about the Cutco flatware, it is a solid 1810 stainless. So 1810 is basically like sterling silver without being without being high maintenance and without being impractical. Basically, Mrs. Jones, what I love about our Cutco's flatware is that with a solid 1810, it looks like sterling, but it's not high maintenance. So you're gonna be able to throw this in the dishwasher. It's dishwasher proof. You're never gonna have to tarnish. You're never gonna have to worry about it tarnishing, pitting, corroding. You're also never gonna have to polish it. So, and what I love about it, it's fancy enough to use for the special occasions, but it's practical enough to use but it's also practical to use for everyday stuff because it's got the same Cutco warranty as every other product that we make. So solid 1810 stainless. What that means for the customer, basically, they never have to worry about getting the metallic taste in their mouth that they get with a cheaper stainless steel. That they're not going to have the frustration of rust marks or corrosion. That they're also not going to have to worry about replacing it ever again. Just like with the knives, Mrs. Jones, this is backed by our forever warranty, which basically means if a garbage disposal or a blender attacks it, right? They're actually just going to replace it for you for free, just like with the knives. And if you ever lose 1 or 2 pieces, Mrs. Jones, you'll never have the frustration you'll have with other flatware companies where you go to buy a replacement pattern or a replacement piece and the pattern is not available anymore. So now you have to go out and buy a full new set. What's awesome is they just did a simple diamond pattern. If you guys have the flatware, that's something that I would definitely be mentioning on every appointment, every customer, every time, just showing them. It's got a really simple diamond pattern, Mrs. Jones. So just like how Apple, all of their products seamlessly go together, the iPad goes with the iMac, goes with the iPhone, and they all sync together, they all work together. Same thing goes with our flatware. You pick up, if you're there in front of them, you can show them a piece. If you don't have the samples, you can buy a flatware sample set on Vector Connect. Under the sales tools, there's buy Cutco samples. You can get a flatware sample for a very, very, very big discount. Excuse me, very, very, very big discount. I believe it's about $30, and you get three of the pieces. You get a fork, a spoon, and the stainless steel table butter knife. So back into where I was. Oh yeah, so it's a solid. So we do a diamond pattern, Mrs. Jones, because diamonds are forever. And so is our flatware. So that's another little power line you can use. It's kind of cheesy, but again, it always makes them laugh, and it is really pretty. So we have a really simple diamond pattern on it because diamonds are forever, and so is our flatware. So it is your forever flatware. What I love about it is it's the perfect combination of lightweight and heavy duty. So we make them really thick at the joints where they typically bend and break on you. So I always joke that these are ice cream proof. You're never gonna be bending the spoon in half. Also, what's really nice is the tines don't bend, so you don't end up poking your lip when you're going to eat food. And the tines are actually finished on the inside. So what that does is it makes it so there's never a transfer of taste, and it's really, really smooth in your tongue. So as funny as that sounds, Mrs. Jones, your food actually tastes better off of our flatware because, again, you never get the metallic taste in your mouth, and it's the highest quality. What's also awesome is it stacks really nicely in the drawer. So again, whether you're in person, whether you're at a virtual demo, there are some great pictures and resources you can use. Make sure you're inserting these into your demo. Make sure that you have a plan for how to show it and how to present it. The biggest thing that I always encourage people to do is just start doing it. Start talking about Cutco's flatware. Start bringing it up to every single customer, because you'll be surprised at how many customers. When I was brand new rep, we had just come out with the stainless flatware. I was at the end of my SC3 push, which I think they've renamed that conference, but it was SC3, and basically the lady who's buying a homemaker set, I show her the flatware. She upserves herself into a flatware chest basically, and that was like the first time I'd ever sold a full chest of flatware. It was basically an accident. It was just because I showed her, oh, by the way, like we also have flatware. She happened to be in the market for new flatware. So what's awesome about Cutco's flatware as a kind of a review, right? The selling points. It's both practical and pretty. It's 18 tin stainless steel. It's got the forever warranty on it. And one of my favorite things is it comes with the butter steak knife. So Mrs. Jones, this one here, basically a steak knife and a butter knife had a baby. And that's this guy here. What's awesome, it's the perfect, again, kind of perfect combination. It's the perfect almost segue in between, if you like the steak knife, but it's not gonna fit in your block, right? You can put these ones in there because these ones are heavy duty like the steak knives. Like they have a more substantial weight to them, the stainless steel table knives. But they have the practicality of the small table steak knives. So they have the practicality of the steak knives, of the table knives, while being heavy duty like the steak knives, right? By the way, Mrs. Jones, these actually fit in the block. So I'm not sure if you remember back in the 90s, like the rappers always put that shiny stuff in their teeth, the grill. So like the flatware's the grill in the front of your block, right? So you're gonna love it. Just like everything else we make, it's like I said, it's kind of designed to, one thing leads into the next. It's basically, that's everyone's future goal, is to have all the Cutco kitchen knives, have the flatware, have the cookware. That's what we call our Cutco kitchen, because basically you invested at one time forever. So just like the knives, you bought them, now you have them. Same thing goes with the flatware. You'll never have to replace it again. And I promise you, if you make this investment, it'll be something that you'll use even more than the knives. That's actually probably one of the things I love most about our flatware, Mrs. Jones. It's really the only thing you could buy from us that you'll use more than the knives, because you use it 2, 3, 4 times a day. And again, this is your forever stuff. This is something that's gonna be an heirloom thing. So, and then how I present, the pricing and stuff. So what's awesome is this is actually Cutco's most heavily discounted package, which is true. The flatware is discounted 33% off. Right? It's a crazy, insane deal that Cutco corporately does. So that's something I bring up to them. Like, hey, like this isn't a Cutco set deal. Like I literally couldn't get it this cheap, but Cutco right now has an insane corporate deal. We're actually getting service for 12 for less than service for 8 normally costs, which is true. So if you were just a 5-piece place setting is discounted from about $181 down to $165. You multiply that by 8. Well, if you do 181 times 8, you'd be at a little over like 1460. So, or 1448, I believe. And then the crazy thing is the flatware chest just by itself is $14.59. So basically for an extra $10, you get 12 of the stainless steel table steak knives. So it's an insane deal. You get 12 place settings. So Mrs. Jones, you can get service for 6, 8, 12, 24, 36, however many you need. Service for 12 is our most popular quantity that we sell. What's awesome is Cutco includes a box for free, which no one stores it in the box because it's designed to be your everyday flatware. But the box is nice for 2 things. 1, when you're moving, you can put it all in one spot, move it one place to the next really easily. And 2, a lot of times people like to do that at the holidays. They'll like polish it all up, put it in the chest, and put it at the front of the dinner buffet. So it just makes it, kind of churches it up, makes it look a little fancier. But more than anything, remember with Cutco's flatware, this is an heirloom thing. So just like Grandma passed down her sterling silver in a nice cherry wood box, like we have this to pass, so when you pass on your Cutco flatware to your kids in 30, 40, 50 years, you can do the same thing. So you're gonna love it. It's definitely an investment. Because it is expensive and no one's got a budget for forks or spoons, most of our customers just take advantage of our reverse layaway program. How the reverse layaway program works is we actually only charge you 20% today, which if you do the chest with the serving pieces, it's discounted to $17.38. And they just split that up over 5 months, no interest. So basically they only charge you $3.50 today plus tax. They send you the whole set right away. You get to try it out for a full month, make sure you love it, use it, want it, make sure you feel like it's worth the investment. Now we know you're gonna love it and keep it because everyone does. It's the most simple, the most basic, and the most beautiful thing that you'll have in the kitchen. And then the best thing is, when you get it in a week and a half, you get to have a giving away party. You get to clear out that whole all-American set, that hodgepodge, right? And have one nice set of matching American-made flatware for the rest of your life. So you're gonna love it. It's worth the investment. And what's awesome, when you love it and keep it, we just bill you till it's paid off, interest-free. So every 30 days, they just debit your debit card or credit card. So what do you think, Mrs. Jones? Can I tempt you on some forever flatware? And then be quiet. Wait for them to respond, right? No matter how long it takes. So hopefully you guys got some good notes out of this and some good nuggets. I would encourage you to ask your manager for this recording so you can go back and re-listen to it multiple times, pick up more and more hidden gems, and again, start showing it, because you can't sell it if you don't show it. Good luck. Have a great finish to your summer.